Hey guys, how you doing? I'm gonna do some voltage checking on this three-phase converter, and I want to show you something. You got to be careful with this. I don't know the answer. I just know what's going on, and since seen this today and yesterday, I did say something about it in the last video last night. Uh, I do recommend everybody with a three-phase converter running a three-phase transformer after the phase converter to power whatever you want to just power. Like just you can put a kind of split that power from the outside line and the converter to whatever thing you're gonna use it on, any machine you're gonna use it on. And since I done it like this, and then I checked the power yesterday, I wasn't sure about it, so my meter was showing that 220 volt on my third leg from ground, and I didn't know what was going on, but actually it works like that. And I don't know. Let me show you. So I'm gonna put you up here, and then so you see the voltage. Right here, these three lines are coming straight from the phase converter, not from the transformer. So when my output contactor comes in, let's say, I got a contactor, but let's say you just got a manual switch or whatever you get, this is straight from the phase converter. That being said, saying that, let me see if I set it here so you can, it's gonna be tricky, but I'll do it. So I'm just gonna pinch in here. I'm doing nothing there, I'm just holding the meter. I'm gonna put it on voltage, select my power range, and so you'll see, hopefully I don't get shot here. This is my first two legs, so that will be 1 and 2, so A and B. I'm at 246.9. 246, 245.9, somewhere over there. That's my 1 and 2 leg. Between my 1 and 2, I got that. My 1 and 3, let's see if I don't get shot. I got wait a minute. I got 254.7. That's 1 and 3, or A and C. And between B and C, which it will be, light won't let you see. Look here. Come on. Okay, there we go. And this is between 2 and 3. All right. So 2 and 3, I'm 52 volts. Right. So if I go from ground to 1, this is tricky right here. I got 23 volts, just like it says on my meter. 22.9, 23, 22.6 it shows on the meter. Ground to 1, or A. Ground to B. I'm ground and B right there. I'm at 122. God damn it. 122.7. I'm at 123 right there. These meters are, but anyway, I'm close. 123. Yeah. But if I go from ground to B, to C, you see I got 222 volts. So my third leg from ground, straight from the converter, I'm at 220 volts. There must be, on the meter I get 221.6. So I'm kind of close. 221.9, 221, 222, somewhere over there. Anyway, the reason I'm showing you this is because some of you might have one of this machine or a three-phase machine, and let's just say for a second you don't have a transformer, okay, and you confuse unless you got a power supply, a switching power supply, supplying your, I don't know, your control board or something like that, a 110 or a 120 to so you're using the ground and number one leg, right? Or eight, the A leg. What I mean is, let's just say for a second you confuse yourself confusing 1 and 3. As soon as you confuse 1 and 3, you are going to run into the problem that is, I think, is a big problem. You're going to start supplying that power supply with 220 volts, or maybe 210 or 240, depending on your setup or how big, I don't know, but how big maybe your capacitors are, how good the balancing is on your setup, or maybe your power supply, maybe your house is higher than this one. This is 240 volts, 246. Anyway, gotta be really careful with that. So I'm gonna show you, this is coming out of the phase converter, straight from the phase converter. So these three lines, the same three lines are coming from the same place I'm supplying my transformer. So these three lines coming from the phase converter are the same three lines that are supplying my transformer, and then from my transformer I'm going to my machine. So I'm going to show you now. I'm going to the transformer, to the output of the transformer, which is on the other side of the shop. Which is down here, and I'm gonna try to do the same here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Hopefully I don't shock myself. So in this case, I'm going to try to get a ground somewhere close. This here, and you'll be able to see it. Sorry, I don't have plenty of lights. See that over there? So we are 0 right there. Well, 40 or whatever. Hopefully you can see it on the video. So now I'm gonna touch the ground and my number one leg. So my number one leg from ground, remember I took the windings out of this transformer because I wanted 230 volts only coming out, 40 at the most. So my number one leg coming out of the transformer is right at 118.2. That's 118.2. My number two leg coming out of the transformer, it's 124.4, and then my number three leg is 172 on number three legs, and I'm still coming out of the transformer. So there is a lot of difference, and I'm talking about 50 volts different, 40 something, 50 volts different between 2 and 3 and 1. But I could fix this, with the winding on the transformer. Let's see. So there's 171.8 on 3, 125 and 118 or whatever. My point is, either way, I will definitely like to supply 170 volt instead of 220 volts to my switching power supply. But either way, it's not right. There's got to be a way. I don't know. I'm gonna start doing some research and see if there's a way that we can balance that ground, and there's probably not a way even to do that. But you got to be careful when you do that. If you confuse, I will say so, if you confuse your number one leg with number 3, and let's say your power supply, you got to set on 110 volts or 120 volts, because you know those switching power supply, you can put it on 102, I mean at 120 or 240 or whatever. Let's just say you got to set up at 110 and you use number 3 leg thinking that it's your number 1. I will say you will burn it up. I haven't tried it, I don't want to try it, but I'm just saying because I was looking at this and I got kind of worried about it, and so there's got to be a way we can let's say control this power out of the phase converter better. I mean, a better way to do it. And the transformer does a better job than coming straight from the phase converter, because you saw I had 220 volts or whatever on the 220s from the third leg to the ground, and I was 170 on the after the transformer on the same leg. So that's kind of weird, and I really don't know why. But anyway, I think it will save you a lot of time to make sure you run a transformer after your phase converter, because you can definitely burn some stuff. You can definitely burn some shit. Let me put it like that. Just going straight from your phase converter to the machine, and let's just say you confuse leg 3 and 1. So if you confuse those two, you can burn some shit over there. I would say yes. So be careful with that. I just want to leave that over there so you know the way it shows. I don't know if I'm wrong or whatever. I just see that voltage and maybe it don't hurt, but voltage is voltage. I think it will burn anything you put hook up if you got to set up to 110. So hopefully you got any use for this. If you got any question, you want me to do some do some testing on power or whatever that will help you down the road, I will do the testing now, because that's on the process that I am now. I want to learn how to make it, just better. And there's a lot of people out there doing a lot of good jobs, and that's where all this come from, all of this information. But my information is that from ground to the third leg, I got 200 and something volts. So I don't know if I got to do a different setup on the transformer so I get a better output over there. I maybe got to go from delta, because that transformer is set up on delta, and that's a good information. I don't have a pen. Let me see if I got a pen. If I'll have a pen, I will write down something. Well, anyway, so my transformer is set up on delta, on both. I mean, delta coming in on the primary winding and delta coming out on the secondary. I didn't touch the secondary. I touched the primary. The primary was a 240, so I took the windings out all the way down so I will power my 240 on the secondary. So it's a 240. Let's just put it like that. It's a isolation transformer. That's what I wanted. It was really high. Buying a new one was like, I don't know, maybe $2,000-$3,000, and I bought that one used on the marketplace and found it kind of cheap, if I can say that. And I just took the winding out, turned it into a 240, and that's what I'm supplying the machine that you saw running yesterday, and it works good. It's got power. But maybe if I go on the primary from delta to Y, which I'm probably gonna try that. If I go from delta to Y on the primary winding, that maybe will help balancing better my power output. So I'm gonna try that, and I just leave that here. So if somebody got better information or they know something about what I'm talking about, please let me know. Leave it on the comments or whatever. And if you want me to do some more testing, I'll do it. All right, thank you. You have a good night.